Hey guys, welcome back to Crafts Go Bloom. My name is Krista, and today we're going to be making this no-sew crochet axolotl. The one that I have pictured here I made in Joanne Big Twist Posh, but today I'm going to be making one in Bernat. Now in this video, this is going to be more advanced, so we're going to be making the exact same pattern. I just won't be going as slowly. So I'm going to be doing time lapses, and I'm not going to stop to explain any of the stitches. If you want those explanations or you want a slower version of the video, I've got that linked below and you can go check that out. And I just make the same pattern in a different color. I will also have the PDF linked down below. So we're going to jump right in and look at our supplies for today. As you can see, I'm going to be using two different colors. I've got color A for the main body and color B for all of the fins. So for color A, for my main body, I'm going to be using Bernat Blanket Brights in Carrot Orange. And for color B, for the fins, I'm going to be using Bernat Baby Blanket in the color Terracotta. I've also got a stitch marker, a tapestry needle, a sharp pair of scissors, my safety eyes, and I'm going to be using 12mm safety eyes today. I have my stuffing sitting off camera because if you are in the advanced video, you know how crinkly and loud it can be. I will insert a picture here though so that you can see what I use. And I've got two different crochet hooks only because that's what applies to me today. I think with the Bernat Blanket Brights being a little bit thicker than the baby blanket, I'm going to be using my size 6.5 for this project, but near the end I will probably be using a size 6 to surface crochet that fin on. So let's get started. For this pattern, I will have the instructions written across the screen, but then I will be doing some time lapses as I'm working through the different rounds. So feel free to pause this video and finish the round that we're working on and then come back. I like to do that so that I can be watching a pattern video while I'm listening to something else or watching a different show. I just have to pop in, get the information I need, and then get back to whatever I'm watching. So if that's you, leave a comment down below and let me know what you like to watch while you crochet. I'm always looking for new shows that I can be watching while I'm doing this. So up first for round one, we've got our magic ring, and I'll show you that one real quick. I do a magic ring by laying the yarn across my hands and grabbing it with my thumb. I go across the back of my 3 fingers and pinch it with an X. And then I go across the back of my hand and grab it with my pinky. I'm going to go take my hook and go up under that first loop and grab the second one and then twist that. And then I'm going to grab the yarn that I'm holding down my pinky and I turn my hand to hold it tight as I pull that loop through. For round one, we're going to do 6 single crochets inside of a magic ring. For round two, we're going to increase in every stitch for a total of 12 stitches. For round three, we're going to increase and then single crochet 1. We're going to repeat that pattern 6 times for a total of 18 stitches. For round 4, we're going to increase and then do 2 single crochets, and we're going to repeat that pattern around 6 times for a total of 24 stitches. For round 5, we're going to single crochet 6, switch to our second color. We're going to do 3 bobbles, and then we're going to go back to color A, do 6 single crochets, switch to color B, do 3 bobbles, go back to color A, do 6 single crochets. We're going to repeat that pattern around for a total of 24 stitches. So I've got my first 6. But on my 6th stitch is when I'm going to change yarn colors, and I am working this bobble until I have 5 loops on my hook. And I'm crocheting over those tails so that I don't have to weave those in later on. And when I get to that last bobble stitch, I'm going to change colors before I finish it and go back to color A. So now I've got 6 singles in color A, 3 more bobbles in color B, and 6 singles in color A. For round 6 in the back loops only, we're going to single crochet 22, and then we're going to do a bobble stitch and make our first foot. After that bobble stitch, we're going to do 1 single crochet that is just a regular single crochet going through both loops. And I'm going through the back loops only on these bobbles as well. For round 7, we're going to single crochet 3, do a bobble stitch for that second foot, and then single crochet 20. I'm going to slow down just a little bit here and get through that foot. And then I'm going to do a couple single crochets just to kind of hold that foot in place. And pull out that working yarn. So first thing I want to do is get rid of the color B tail. We won't be using this anymore as it's attached. So we can move that out of our way. When we get to the next time we need it, we're just surface crocheting, so we don't need it to stay right now. And I'm going to tie a couple of knots in those 2 tails that are left inside of there, just to kind of keep those in place. Now, before I move on with the round, I want to make sure that the feet are lined up. And they should be pretty much in line with the insides of those fins that we made already, the top bobbles there. And the other way that I like to check it is by adding my eyes in to make sure everything is all lined up all at one time. The eyes for this pattern go between rounds 2 and 3, about 4 stitches apart. And I feel like the first time I place these, I never quite get them perfect. There we go, that looks way better. Now we're matching, but in different sizes. So I'm going to put the backs on my eyes. And now I'm going to continue with the rest of round 7. So I've already done my 3 single crochets, my bobble, and then I did a couple single crochets just to hold that bobble in place to make sure everything was straight. So I'm going to keep going until I have the 20 single crochets to finish out the round. For round 8, we're just going to do 24 single crochets for a total of 24 stitches. For round 9, we're going to single crochet 23 and then do 1 bobble stitch. For round 10, we're going to single crochet 3, do another bobble stitch, and then single crochet 20 for a total of 24 stitches. But when I make this second bobble here, I want to stop and make sure that the feet are lining up with the front feet. And that all the feet, of course, line up with the face. And I always like to do a single crochet or 2 past the bobble stitch to hold that foot in place so we can check it out. I think that's looking pretty good. If your foot is not lining up, just move it over whichever direction you need to make it line up with the front feet. Just remember that you need 24 stitches at the end of the round. And the only thing that's happening in round 10 is 23 single crochets and 1 bobble. So wherever you move that bobble, just put a single crochet where it should have been and get those feet looking straight. So that's looking good. I'm going to finish up my single crochets to finish out the round. For round 11, we're going to single crochet 2 and invisible decrease 1. And we're going to repeat that pattern 6 times for a total of 18 stitches. For round 12, we're going to do 18 single crochets for a total of 18 stitches. For round 13, we're going to invisible decrease 1 and then single crochet 1. Repeat that pattern around 6 times for a total of 12 stitches. At this point, I'm going to take a break and add my stuffing. Now that I've got my stuffing in, I'm going to move on to round 14, and we're going to single crochet 12 all the way around for a total of 12 stitches. For round 15, we're going to invisible decrease 6 times and just continue adding stuffing as you're going along because we are creating more rounds that are going to hold more stuffing. And we don't want that tail to be completely flat. For round 16, we're going to single crochet 6 for a total of 6 stitches. And then when you're finished with that, go ahead and finish off and weave in that tail, and then we will meet back here and work on that top fin. All right, the last thing we need to do is surface crochet this top fin on. So we need color B, and we're going to attach that to our hook with a slip stitch. And we're going to be starting right behind those back loops only from round 5, and we're going to be going over round 6. And we're trying to stay as centered as we can, going all the way back to the tail. And in that first spot, you're going to single crochet 3 into the same spot. It's not really a stitch necessarily, but that same first surface crochet spot. And then the next thing we're going to do is keep checking that we're going straight back to the tail, and we're going to surface crochet 1 in the next place. Now we're going to repeat that pattern 3 more times. So for a total of 4 times, you're going to do 3 single crochets 1. And we're going to continue that on, and then when you get to the very end, add another stitch that is the 3 single crochets in one spot. Once I'm done surface crocheting that last fin, I'm going to finish off, cut a tail, and weave both of these in. And there you have it. We have my no-sew crochet axolotl pattern. And let me know in the comments what you thought of this video being sped up like this for advanced crocheters. If you thought it was too fast and you are a beginner crocheter, check out the link in the description for my other video where I really slow it down and we go step by step and I explain all of the stitches. These axolotls have been a great market seller for me in any color. They're very popular right now. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye!